Hi, how is everybody today? Happy New Year. We've got 2026 around the corner. Thank goodness. I just wanted to feel better in this world. So we've got Bethany here from Pollen and Stardust, and she is our astrologer, and she is here to tell us the upcoming predictions. And hopefully, we're going to hear some good news about chaos starting to move out of the way and light and sun start to come back in. I've got my dormant tarot deck. I might interject here and there, but for the most part, she's going to take the lead on this one. Welcome, Bethany. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me back, Sharon.
Well, of
Um,
course, and to everybody who tunes in, we really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. So please like and subscribe, and if you don't, we still appreciate you being here.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so January looks like a nice month. At least decent. We have a full moon in Cancer that is on Saturday the 3rd, and except for the position of Mars, this would be a really nice full moon, but I think what I want to talk about I'm bringing up January because try to accomplish as much as you can in January because February is going to go off the rails. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have a ton of good news for you, Sharon. Um,
We'll get through it.
what?
Whatever's coming our way
Yeah.
in this orange mess.
Okay. So February, we have two major aspects. The first one is an eclipse in Aquarius on February 17th. And because of the way the nodes move, the nodes of the moon, we have not had an eclipse in Aquarius in about 9 years, and we haven't had a north node eclipse in Aquarius in about 18 or 19 years. So this is a really big deal. Aquarius is the sign of the collective. It's also a radical revolutionary sign, and it will be co-present with Mars and Pluto. So this looks like, when I look at it, like what I hear in my head is this is the people's eclipse. There could be some sort of movement. There could be large scale protests. Um, Anything that affects the collective. Oh, what did you get?
Well, we were in the sun. Now we've got the people's voice trying to rein it in and things moving.
Okay.
Trying to
Um,
find like calmer waters,
yeah.
but that takes effort. So
Okay. Um, So, yeah, 3 days after this eclipse, we have on February 20th, there is the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. It's hard to overstate how important this is. This transit happens every 35 or 36 years. The last one coincided with the fall of the Berlin Wall. Um, yeah. So
I have a piece,
Saturn what?
I have a piece of that. Well,
Oh, wow. Okay. Saturn is about structure and boundaries and limitations. It can be about bones because it actually like support networks, structure. Neptune dissolves things. Neptune makes things confusion. So we can see corrupted ideals or we can actually see dissolving of structures. Um, Chris Brennan and Nick Dagan Best of the Astrology Podcast did a long episode about this. Um, One of the things we see with Saturn Neptune conjunctions is changes with immigration policy, especially in the US, because it's dissolving the border or it's changing what the border means.
but we don't know which direction. If
Yeah, we
it's,
don't know I mean, we know which direction this president wants to go in.
yeah,
So we do know that.
that just
Um,
out right there.
yeah, but the North Node eclipse and then the Saturn Neptune conjunction mid-February is going to be chaotic. I think there's going to be a lot of political changes in the US. And it could be, I would also, because the Saturn Neptune conjunction is so important in Russian history, um, we might see a leadership change, or we might see protests or something in Russia. Um, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Well,
would
we're
not
all
be
ready
opposed
for
to that.
that. I think that's coming up too.
Yeah,
I his time is not necessarily out on the planet, but his time is running out. His leadership time is at the end, the
I
Sam.
totally, totally agree with you. What
Can
are
I
you
tell
going?
you something? I'm seeing
Please.
the chaos, the secrets, but I think it's the women that just will let it go, and the women and the children. It's not going to go away. It's
Yeah,
not happening, felon 45. It will not go away. And to all your goons, it's never going to go away. It's going to come to light. Justice and light. That's what I'm seeing. But that's February still.
yeah,
So crazy as it may be, um, they keep trying to make it a distraction. It's not going to be.
yeah. This could be these two. So these two events, the eclipse and the Saturn Neptune conjunction, could be pretty impactful for the orange Cheeto, because they will fall in his seventh house. And the seventh house has to do, it's business relationships, it's your marriage partner, it's committed long-term friendships. It is also the house of open enemies. Um, like enemies you know about. These are not secret. So it could be like, what was it? Susie Wiles did a Vanity Fair piece where she just spilled everything.
Yep.
Something like that could come out.
Second part to that that
Do
hasn't
what?
been. People don't know this, but there is a second part to that interview that hasn't been released yet.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
My research told me. Hopefully,
Oh,
I'd like to know more.
okay. I'm still having a little trouble hearing you, Sharon.
Okay,
Um,
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
it's okay. Um,
I'll just let me know if I have to repeat anything.
yeah, no, it's okay. So moving on to March, we have March and April are going to be crazy. We will have a pile up of planets in Aries in March and April. And we will also have a lunar eclipse March 3rd, in the sign of, well, sorry, in the sign of Virgo, but the sun will be in Aries.
So, for the lunar eclipse, can you explain the purpose of the lunar one? Because I know the eclipses are all a little different from each other.
Yeah, no, really good question. So this will be a south node eclipse in Virgo. So we have in the spring, early spring, we have a north node eclipse in Aquarius, and then that is followed 2 weeks later by a south node lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse, and it'll be visible for the United States. So the moon will turn red. It's very eerie. It's a really dramatic show. If you've never seen it, please set an alarm and go outside and watch it. It'll be really something. But that will be South Node in Virgo. Virgo is a sign of women. It's also a very analytical sign. And South Node is a release point. So we might be seeing, yeah, we could be seeing more with women. If they are active as you suspect, there might be some punishment, or there might be some sort of change. I don't change for how women interact or go about society.
Yeah. So here's the woman card.
Okay. Okay.
Then we've got him and we've got havoc.
Okay.
So emotional pain, draining, but we're still standing. But
Oh,
so
Sharon, I wonder if it's the Epstein victims. I wonder if they are coming forward and demanding what they are owed.
it really could be because it came out this morning in my research. There are a few that are now not waiting anymore and they're naming names.
Good.
They're like coming out and they're saying, yeah, he did this to me. It happened at this time. It was reported to the FBI. It's in the record. So why are we not seeing this?
Yeah. Okay. And the thing I want to say is if you have your sun in Aries or if you have a bunch of planets in Aries, you really might want to consult with an astrologer before March and April because this spring is going to likely be pretty impactful for you. Because we will have, let's see, Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune all in Aries. And at one point we'll have the moon. So
So right.
yeah, exactly. It's too many planets in Aries. And Aries is the first sign. It is the sign of leadership. It's also very impulsive. It can be a sign of like shoot from the hip, shoot first, ask questions later. Um, the Aries I know are really great at starting projects. They're not so great at finishing them. Um, so yeah, if your sun is in Aries or if you have a lot of planets there, talk to an astrologer, please, please. So March and April kind of chaotic, and then July, July. So this isn't my work. This is the astrologer Chani Nicholas. But what she says is a power grab of some kind is likely because we've got um hang on, we will have Uranus and Jupiter and okay, and Pluto are all at about 4 degrees of different signs. So Jupiter will be opposite Pluto, and then Uranus will be in a sextile to Pluto, and then also in a sextile to Uranus. And Jupiter is in Leo, which is another sign of leadership. And then Pluto, of course, is in Aquarius, which is the sign of the collective. I'm inclined to agree that there's probably some sort of power grab coming. However, immediately next month in August, there is a south node eclipse in Leo. So whatever power grab may not totally work. And I'm not saying it has to be in the US. It will be somewhere in the world.
Well,
What did you get?
we're starting out with the Hermit. We were talking about July, right?
Okay.
The Hermit isn't always just a pause. Well, that's the Hangman, but the Hermit is reflection, but it's also learning. It's also reflection. Then we've got past memories,
Okay.
Tower, doing its
Crumble.
stuff. So there's reflection.
Could the hermit represent somebody who's currently hiding? Could it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So somebody who's not like on the world stage at present.
Absolutely. But here is your power graph
Yeah.
tumbling down. Let me pull a few more cards and see if we can get even more. But so do you think this power grab is political, or is it, well, it's all political when you get down to
I
it.
would assume, political for sure.
This is right.
Do what?
Women.
Okay.
Oh. Here she is, the queen
Mhm.
of emotion, the queen of caring and all of that. It went like this. So we've got her, she's really struggling to find her balance, to keep things from tumbling down, and her voice, and it's not going well.
Okay. The
So
last thing I want to talk about, October looks terrible. Um, October looks legitimately. So what we're going to have in October is Venus will station retrograde. So Venus stations retrograde every 18 months. And because of the nuances of the orbit, it only stations retrograde in like 5 different places in the sky. Um, And this one upcoming it'll start in Scorpio and then it'll back up into Libra. So think about what
Oh no, I'm just following you.
okay. Yeah, think about what planets you have in Scorpio and Libra. And what's unfortunate, okay, so Venus stations retrograde on October 3rd. On October 24th, Mercury stations retrograde. So Venus and Mercury will be retrograde at the same time and in the same part of the sky. It's going to be, I want to clarify, if you have a bunch of planets in Libra or Virgo, you also want to talk to an astrologer because October, November are going to be fairly impactful for you, and you're going to want to be prepared for that. And I think they go retrograde within a day or two of each other. Or sorry, they move direct. Yep, they go direct exactly on the same day on November 13th. So it is going to be a messy, messy October, November. And when Venus goes retrograde, it's I think the bullshit that she normally tolerates 96% of the time or something, she can no longer deal with. Venus retrograde is, we need to get our shit together. So the last Venus retrograde would have been in 2018, the last Venus retrograde in Scorpio would have been 2018. So think about what happened for you then in like October, November. Venus retrograde in Gemini was when we had the George Floyd protests. Like those were, if you don't remember, those were massive, massive protests. And it was a big deal because it was happening during a pandemic when we were supposed to be isolating from one another. Anyway, Sharon, you've been holding up cards. Please go ahead.
Well, here she is.
Okay.
Not putting up with it anymore.
Mhm.
She's got a flame going. She's got her strength, her courage by her side. The wheel of fortune is turning. It is about to stop. There is an ending to something, and the information is going to be flying fast and furious.
Okay. Okay.
No more stopping voiceless. I'll tell you that.
Good. I think the last thing I want to
Stop it.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. The last thing I want to say about 2026 is we have a lot of planets moving from earth and water into fire and air. Things are going to be, earth and water moves really slowly. It's reflective. It pauses before acting. It thinks before it speaks. Fire and air are a lot less so. So this is going to be kind of a whirlwind year. But I think for a lot of people, I know a lot of people who really struggled in 2025. I think things ease up in 2026, at least on the personal level, but our institutions are going to be collapsing around us, unfortunately.
I Yeah, I hear things
Okay.
sometimes, and you said that. I think you're absolutely right, but oddly, there are going to be the people. There are people with lots of money and ideas who are progressive and aren't owned by this fraction of hell that they have put us in, that are going to step up and they are going to make sure we continue on. Here they are. They are for everyone. They are
Mhm.
looking out. What can we do? Here's their meetings coming together to help the people. These are the people who actually can help the people. They are going to step up and help us in some way.
Okay.
Not
I
going to
do
be.
have a couple more predictions. So for the orange Cheeto, entertainment purposes only. But I think he may have had his last birthday because he is in exceptionally poor health. He is probably suffering from frontotemporal dementia, which is different from Alzheimer's. I think the eclipse in Aries in March, I can't tell if he Or if he's just like in a coma and unable to function. But I don't think he's going to be president. I don't think anything violent is going to happen, but I think something health wise could happen to him March or possibly April when we have this pile up of planets in Aries. I also think Elon Musk is is going to be in the news. The Saturn Neptune conjunction is going to be landing in his 10th house of career. So that's about dissolving structures. So
I think you're right because it's not just up to the US anymore. France is going after him.
oh, they are good.
Are going after him big and hard. And I think he's about to face some obstacles he has no control over.
Good. I would support that.
That money can't buy.
However, the thing I want to say about Felon 45, the eclipse that we have in August, is going to be exactly on the degree of his ascendant. Eclipses are, they're I don't know, like the fated thing astrologers say is eclipses bring about the coronation of kings and the death of kings. So if I'm wrong and he hangs on until August, it really does not look good for him. He's not going to be in charge for too much longer. And again, entertainment purposes only.
Did you just hear about how they just stopped one of his planes or something, and they went on and they found 50 million in cash, 40 to 50 million in cash? This
What?
just came out this morning. I am just hearing about it.
No, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, and they're saying that, you know, he has all these getaway plans. He's going to try to go to Saudi Arabia if it gets that bad. And will Saudi Arabia even take him? I don't know.
I'm sure that they would. They would want to make some sort of deal. But yeah, I think they would. I don't think he's coherent anymore. I don't think he's able to I don't think he has a lot of cognitive executive function. Um, so if someone's talking about that, I think they're making plans on his behalf, but I haven't heard about it, so I don't really know.
And I didn't confirm it. So
Okay.
I saw one story that it blew my mind. I just didn't have a lot of time to like get further into the research.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, when you think about his family, they are not going to let all that money they have taken go away. But I'm telling you, it is going to get taken away. It's going to close accounts. That's why I think, you know, the wife was in Switzerland about 7-8 months ago with Sharon.
Was she?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And there were reports of her being in fake and looking for property. I mean, they've already set themselves up in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, they probably have not. I'm telling you, they have taken so much money.
Mm-hmm. That I believe. That I absolutely believe. Okay. All right. I think I've about wrapped up. Is there anything else you wanted to share, Sharon?
Just last 3 cards here.
Okay.
Just see. Okay. Well, this is something. All right. Well, here we have going into the rest period because we're all exhausted from all the nonsense and the horribleness. But it can't look like this. Then you've got your Wheel of Fortune turning, right? And fingers crossed it goes our way. And then trying to move into calmer waters. That's what I'm getting for the year.
Okay.
So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. It's not going to just happen overnight, even if he is out or whatever. There's just so much still to deal with. But I think all the secrets, the Charlie Kirk secrets, all the money given to ICE secrets, the secrets upon secrets upon secrets upon the money from the Russians, it just everything. I think it's going to start really coming out. But I'm telling you, the women's voice is going to be the loudest this year. Coming
Oh,
out.
couldn't
That
yeah,
I
couldn't
know.
be happier about that.
Yeah, me neither. Thank you, Bethany. Really appreciate you. You guys really need to schedule your astrology chart with Bethany. You can reach her at pollenandstardust.com. I'm so glad you tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the show today. And let's just go ride that ride and keep
Let's
going.
do it. Yeah, happy New Year, Sharon, and everybody out there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.